Hi Pisces, this is going to be your June reading for 2026. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. If this resonates with you, please like, subscribe, share, comment. If it doesn't, check your moon or rising because you could be in that energy as well. Just a reminder, these are general reads, so just take what resonates and leave the rest. How I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here, and move on to Traditional Tarot, and then back to Oracle at the end. I pause for any moments just because I'm trying to feel the energy that I'm feeling, so I appreciate your patience. All right, let's get into it. Your message is listen deeply. Angels are sending you guidance and inspiration through your powerful and resonant inner voice. Be ready to listen to it now and listen to yourself. If you aren't able to hear yourself, you'll be blocking your connection to information, insight, guidance that support you moving forward. If you've been ignoring or avoiding dealing with something you feel you had to do for a long time, your angels are encouraging you to stop and listen to yourself and do it now. You are the expansion and growth depend on it. If you have received challenging information recently about your life from any source, and you are unsure whether to believe it or not, this card assures you that it is pivotal to the unfolding of your freedom and joy, so listen deeply. The whispers of your inner voice are subtle, and it takes patience and willingness to hear them. Often this voice can seem intensely honest and direct, but that's because it wants us to hone in on the truth in order to grow. Often we don't like the truth the inner voice is giving us, and we refuse to listen, but all we're doing is blocking the guidance that is coming forward for us. The truth of the matter is that our own inner voice is always working in our favor, and divine guidance is always loving and supportive. It will be direct and insightful, but won't make us feel low. If you are unsure what information is guidance and what is based on fear or ego, call on the angels to help you hear and understand the information that has risen up within. You can also invite them to clear old messages so that you can have more space energetically for guidance that is relevant to this present moment. All right, Pisces, let me take a look for June here for you. Sorry, the card that fell there, Pisces. Okay. For some of you, it feels like here, Pisces, there's something in your life that's coming in here, especially in this kind of main energy, where it's like one thing is going really, really well, and then we're like one thing is not, so we're trying to kind of refocus our energy. And some of you, this feels like maybe career path wise, that's not really going the way that we want it to, or shifting our focus in that kind of capacity here. But there is this kind of relationship energy here for you as well. Like I have the Justice card coming out in our main energy, which is Libra energy. And this person could be a Libra, but the Justice is all about contracts, new beginnings. Some of you might be getting married, like marriage contracts, or this could be someone, if it's not a romantic lover, someone that is kind of divinely guided to you, because we do have the Lovers coming out here as well. So there is this kind of focus on law kind of in your reading, especially in the beginning here, Pisces, for June. So again, some of you might be getting married or signing some kind of contracts here with the Justice card. In the upright position, it feels like a very fair and balanced relationship here. Like I said, it's the Libran energy, so it's the scales being balanced, and Justice in the upright is all about things going in our favor. So I feel like whatever this kind of relationship or this Lover's energy is very divinely guided. You have the World card, something coming to completion here, and the Nine of Cups popping out as well. And the Nine of Cups is all about this emotional fulfillment. It's like, see, I have all these kind of cups here. I have all this kind of fulfillment in my life, wish fulfillment. So I feel like if some of you are wishing on a relationship, I feel like there is a partner or someone that is on the way coming to talk to you here with this Page of Swords, or some kind of announcement from your partner is on the way here as well. That's not for all of you, but that's just for some of you there. There is definitely someone coming in to speak. So whether you are in a relationship, I feel like that relationship might be going a little bit bit deeper now. Maybe you guys are like signing contracts for, you know, a house together, or starting to, you know, sign contracts to open bank accounts together. Things like that might be popping up here for you, Pisces, but they're definitely coming into talk. But I feel like you are kind of on cloud nine with that kind of situation here. And what I'm feeling is, with this duality that I was kind of feeling for you in this, is with the Seven of Pentacles that's popping out, we're taking a minute to look at kind of maybe our finances, or look at like what we've accomplished or built in our life at this kind of current moment. And it just feels like for some of you, with this Ace of Pentacles and with this Page of Pentacles and this Three of Wands in the reverse, it's this energy, Pisces, of you just feeling like maybe my career is not maybe where I want it to be, or my finances are not where I want it to be. Feeling like we need to kind of make a new game plan. Especially, it'd be a great time to plant those kind of financial seeds right now. So whatever it is here that you want to grow in this next chapter, again, I'm feeling really good energy in your relationships. And then we're just kind of looking at our finances. Again, maybe even, like I said before, if you're opening up bank accounts, you're like, oh, maybe I need to really get on that here. Maybe I really need to get on my finances. Or there's something else that wants to be kind of created here for me, because we have this Ace of Pentacles kind of in the reverse, where we're not feeling that kind of newness. And I feel like you are kind of going back to the drawing board here. I'm looking like, okay, where can I maybe save more money? Where can I maybe start a new business? You know, maybe I can go back to school and get a better education that will help me make more money. I feel like that's kind of what you are stewing on right now, or what you are kind of thinking about in this kind of month of June. Because this Three of Wands in reverse is just telling me you're going back to the drawing board a little bit. You're like, something's not feeling right in the career kind of section. I want to make a change, or again, start something new. Maybe this is a new chapter for yourself within your career. Maybe this is, again, getting a new classification for yourself, or just being like, I want to achieve this within this kind of next year for yourself. Because this, I feel like this Lover's energy is just coming in kind of so easy for you. I feel like you will have time to kind of focus there more on the physical, more on this kind of this Pentacle energy that's popping up. Some of you are nervous to have some kind of conversation within that energy, within the energy of this Pentacle. Like maybe you don't want to upset anyone, because I just feel like this Page of Cups in reverse is like you have some energy on your heart right now, or things you want to say, but you're almost nervous of saying it. It's kind of putting you at a crossroads moment, because you're just like, I don't want to. It feels like energy of where you're like, I don't want to offend anyone, Pisces. You're just like I was like, I feel like I'm leaning towards this, but I don't want to. I'm just getting this energy where you just don't want to upset someone, or it's like you don't want to upset someone that you've maybe been working with. So you're feeling in kind of a crossroads moment, because you're just like, I can't really say what I'm actually feeling right now, or what's on my kind of heart or mind. Again, I feel like you're just like thinking about that change in career. You have listened deeply, and then you got the High Priestess out here, which is all about our intuition, our intuitive downloads. So I feel like your intuition already knows what you kind of need to do here, or what's going on. And I feel like that is kind of going to guide you or lead you to kind of make that final decision, to maybe have that heartfelt conversation here. Because I just feel like it's time. It feels like it's time. Like some kind of cycle is coming to an end for you, and you really want to put your focus into something new here, it seems. So the King of Cups here in the reversed, I have the Queen of Swords coming out, and the Nine of Swords in the reversed. The King of Cups in reverse can be sometimes male energy, or masculine energy, just in general. This is someone that doesn't really talk about their emotions, that kind of suppresses their emotions, keeps things down, doesn't really, tries to kind of move away from what they were feeling, instead of just allowing themselves to feel it. So you could be in that energy right now, Pisces, where you feel like you're just kind of trying to take the more logical approach with this Queen of Swords to things, and less of like an emotional approach, a little bit more factual, it's feeling like. This, again, with the Queen of Swords, she's very direct. She's very like, this is where I'm going. I always see the sword suits as like a chessboard. And so with the Queen on with the Queen, she knows her direction. She knows where she's going. She's going to be like, hey, this is just what I'm bringing to the table. This is what I'm feeling. And they're kind of taking a really logical approach to things. And instead of worrying about how everyone else is going to kind of feel around them about it, she knows what she needs to do. So she points her sword in that direction. So for some of you, you might be taking that approach. If not, you might be having someone with this kind of King of Cups energy around you where you are just kind of like, you can tell that they're not in the right emotional space right now, and you're kind of trying to move away from that or clear that or have like a more logical approach to this kind of person here. But whatever it is that you're doing, this idea of, you know, getting a little bit more direct, getting a little bit more directional, having a little bit more purpose is actually going to help you from these sleepless nights. Because I feel like you're feeling something a little bit here, suppressing it a bit because you're just like, oh, I don't want to have this awkward conversation, or I don't want to spark up, you know, this, because but my, you know, my instinct is telling me to do this, but then my heart's like, well, you're gonna upset the person, and it just feels like that kind of push and pull here. But I think when you become a little bit more direct in what you are feeling and what you are thinking, I think that's where it kind of clears up for you here, and you have like better sleeps, and you also have less on your mind. It's not like we're kind of having this push pull, or we're standing in the spot of this Two of Swords, we're like, which direction to go here. And something that might be in the past, you might want to look at that. In the Six of Cups in the reversed, this is kind of being stuck in the past energy. So again, maybe before you're just like, oh, you know, I always have to care about people's feelings, or, you know, I always have to kind of be in the space of just care and love. But now you're kind of finding your more directive energy, your more communicative energy, not suppressing things so much anymore here. So there might be some kind of past lesson here for you in that, where you're learning to kind of stand up for yourself. You're learning to speak clearly, what's on your mind, speak directly, especially in these kind of situations. I do have the star card in the reverse, which is kind of losing hope for something. So I kind of want to pull another card on that. It really feels like you want to have this fiery new beginning here, or this kind of fresh start. But again, this energy of kind of holding back, because you just are kind of fearing right now. You're like fearing this kind of new start, and you're just like losing hope on it. You're like, I don't know if it will ever happen. But I feel like for you, you got to be the one that kind of makes the first move here. Pisces, you're going to be the one that being like, I'm going in this direction. And that's going to be really helpful for you, is having that kind of directness and having that kind of logic here to kind of be like, this is where I'm going, this is what I'm doing, because that is going to actually force this new start to happen for you here. Because I feel like you're just waiting for things to kind of resolve a little bit here. Maybe some of you are waiting just I don't know, some of you may be waiting just to get fired or let go of, but they want you to kind of be the one that to set it up and be like, you know what, I can do hard things, I can have hard conversations, and I can kind of get that done. You might be finding something feels like it's kind of thriving, like thriving. I didn't mean thriving. Something might be taking from you, especially in your kind of creativity here. Or there might be some fire sign energy with this Queen of Wands. The reverse, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. The Sun in reverse is just saying the happiness is on its way, but it's just not here in the present moment. And then the Seven of Swords is just telling me there's some kind of thieving energy or taking energy around you. Maybe you're finding someone is taking all the credit for something, or someone's kind of being sneaky behind your back, and you're just kind of so over this kind of situation. So you're just like, I'm going to move away from it. Here there might be someone just working in their anger or from their anger, and you're just like, I don't want to be, or if it's you, Pisces, it's like you don't want to be in this angry energy anymore. You're just like, why am I letting it take so much away from me here when I can just kind of stand up for myself, and kind of trust where I'm being led, or where I'm kind of going. And I think that's going to be the most important thing for you in this month of June, is just trust what your inner voice is telling you and go in that direction. Even if you're like, I might have to, have some tough conversations along the way, I feel like it's going to be really beneficial, because I feel like this energy up here at the top with this World card, this Nine of Cups, you're feeling good, and I feel like you want to have the energy around you match that, especially in this kind of new beginning that you're having, okay? Especially in kind of career life. A time to give rather than a time to take. New Moon Virgo. You also got make a decision. Oh, that's what I was telling you kind of here with that energy, right? With this Two of Swords. Time to make a clear decision on where you want to go and what you want to do. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Your spirit will support your desires and manifestations. The ability to create or destroy has always been within your skill base. You have the wisdom and confidence needed to use these skills constructively. Now is the time to act. If you know what it is that you want to accomplish and why, we were talking about that in your voice, since the powers of transformation are at your command, change your desires into objectives. We're talking about objectives, clarity with this Queen of Swords. Your thoughts into actions, actions being swords based, your goals into achievements. If you have recently met with failure, know you can change that failure into success. The only limits you have are those that you impose upon yourself. And I think that's kind of what this energy in June is changing for you here, Pisces. You're becoming a little bit more authoritative. You're being a little bit more direct. That's actually going to help you down the line because it's going to bring in something new here for you that you're kind of just hoping would change on its own.